Aquarius, this is your homework family reading for August 16th through the 31st. Let me hit the bell. Nice and good right off the bat. Okay, I am being given, I don't know, maybe a little bit of frustration or negative energy that I feel like you've pulled with you, like carried with you. I don't think that you mean to. I feel like it's a stagnance that might have been with some of you. Just not really going anywhere. Because it's like relationship grief coming from like the heart chakra through to the throat and how you communicate it. But it feels like it's because of material interest or material instincts. Like, it's not coming from a higher understanding. It's coming from that physical world around us and maybe a physical connection. It's not being grounded. It's not being earthed. Holding on too much to the idea behind the material investment is what I'm feeling. The material investment and or material interests and unconsciously it's causing problems with you, maybe in a relationship and maybe not in a relationship, with you. Just the way you're feeling about things is part of what I'm being given. Because that was something new that came in just as I hit the bell and I was turning my paperwork to help me understand what you just don't understand. Spirit uses my hand as part of that communication process, and it's kind of like palmistry, but it's being done right then on me. So it's the way that it works. It's weird, but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm feeling like. There's not proper action being taken because it's coming from the depths of unconsciousness that might be. I feel like you're looking too hard for something, and because you're looking too hard for something, you're not finding it because I feel like you're looking materialistically for it to be this or be that, and in that situation, it's not giving you the open-mindedness to be able to let something flow or bring forward to you or continue or something along that line is what I'm getting, which is forcing an action that I don't feel like you think you're making, but I feel like you are, but you don't realize it's an action which is taking on within that manifestation. Prior to that, I was being given, when I asked for Aquarius, first off, they gave me two, like, shamanic images. They want you to have fun, and they want you to play, but they want you to keep yourself protected, obviously, and stay away from the chaos that can pull you down. But at the same time, tap into that inner child and that emotional sense that allows you to play and enjoy life. I feel like they're saying you're not really getting the enjoyment that you desire or that you need. So I don't know if it's letting a wall down, making a shifting change. Just what they're giving me, for one, is there's a girl, and what I am feeling from the image is like as if she's at the beach, like at a vacation at the beach. And like it's a sliding glass door to the balcony. And it's like she's holding on to the balcony door. She's standing on the door. She's leaning out from half in the apartment or the hotel room, half outside, and she's just feeling the air. She's feeling the peace, and she's looking like out at the water. That's what I feel like I am picking up off of them. But I'm not being shown the water. I'm not being shown the sunrise or the sunset. I'm not being seen that. I'm just feeling her standing there trying to embrace happiness in the moment. But is she in the moment? Or is she just looking out going, I wish I was in the moment? And that's what I can't tell. Then they give me, and maybe dealing with the nostalgia and the idea of what you believe is materialistically going to bring happiness. Just hear me out. Because the other idea is, it's like way back in time. Like back when women went to the beach and they still wore the bloomer outfits. Because what they're showing me is like a girl standing there in the bloomer outfit for the beach. And the bloomers like come all the way down to her knees. And then there's the top that goes over the bloomers. And it's like a big dress in itself, you know. And she's like pulling the dress up. You know, like, but you don't ever see any of the body. You just see her being playful and excited to be there and to be part of it and to be doing it even though it's in that time. And I feel like this is either talking about karmically correcting something for some of you, of where you lost some of that playfulness. Or it's asking you, why aren't you connecting to it in some way? Either way, I feel like it's asking you to connect to the playfulness. But with it being such an old style image of what they're giving me, where she's playing, you know, she's not being seductive or anything. She's just excited in these bloomers. She's pulling it up, but you can't see her belly or anything. She's just excited. So I feel like they're saying, get back to that. Whatever that is for you. And I'm being given the porcupine for you, which is weird, but it fits the information I'm being given. And when we get into the cards and the astrology, we'll take a better look. The porcupine symbolizes, I had to pull it up because I don't know it off the top of my head. The porcupine symbolism teaches you to face your weakness and your vulnerabilities head on. Yet to protect yourself from anything that may bring harm to you, keeping yourself away from the chaos. But to still take on the action head on, vulnerably, and go forward. It also speaks to you of being good-natured, with sweet and playful, childlike disposition, allowing that to come out of you. To feel the wonder and the joy of life in general, kind, and maternal in some sense. Now, I'm giving you the porcupine, but see, when I get the image, I wasn't 100% sure if I was saying porcupine, seeing a porcupine or a hedgehog. So, technically, they're similar. So I went ahead and I pulled up both. The hedgehog stands for energy, fertility, protection of vitality. It also speaks to you of being gentle, confident, motherly, but relaxed. It may also speak to you, sorry, my phone's a little cracked, may either point to you of being easily irritated and promise it may, sorry, it's where the crack is. It may either point at your dreams. This is like if you're getting it in a dream. It may point at your traits within the dreams, showing you where you may be easily irritated, which could be keeping you from receiving the success that you are looking for. I feel like this is just telling you, you know, protect yourself. But I feel like they're saying you've been overly protecting yourself. And while you've been overly protecting yourself, you haven't really let yourself enjoy. You haven't really given yourself that time to cut off steam and to let that inner child just blow off steam and enjoy and play. Because you've been working so hard and protecting, you know, the self. So that when you have a partnership, it's one that you want, is what I'm what I feel like I'm getting. And they're saying if you keep pushing it away because you're doing it too hard, then you'll have trouble receiving it, no matter what that partnership is. At least that's what I'm getting. Okay, now as I go into astrology, you had the full moon that took place full moon took place in Pisces on the 15th. Pisces energy is where I always say, fantasy smacks you in the face with harsh reality. You know, you want to believe good things about people, but sometimes you knew better than to believe it about them. During a full moon, things are brought to enlightenment, brought to light, so to speak. And it's about making you learn from the mistakes, surrender, release, and let go, so that you can make appropriate changes and continue to move forward. But during the full moon in Pisces, like I said, we're compassionate, we're mysterious, we're curious, and when we're in that energy, sometimes we easily get taken advantage of. So I'm just saying, if you're watching this before the full moon, pay attention to that kind of energy. Otherwise, maybe it's a lesson that is being taught. For you directly, that is going to be speaking to you of that universal second house. That is where your self-worth, your self-value, your self-esteem is. That's also where you create and spend your money in a form, because it speaks to you about what you value and how you value it. Then we're talking about Mars on the 18th, moving into Virgo. Venus on the 21st, moving into Virgo. On the 22nd, the Sun moves into Virgo. On the 28th, you have the new moon in Virgo. And then Mercury moves into Virgo on the 29th. Now here's the kicker. Mercury is wasting absolutely no time playing with Leo. Right now, it has Mars, Venus, the Sun, Mercury, and Jura in it. So, you're talking about passion, action, aggression, your inner warrior, your inner SWAT team, your sexuality, your inner sacral chakra energy is in there, with your sensitivity of your emotional, your mental, your spiritual sensitivities, body, touch, smell, taste, all of that. Then you have the Sun in Leo, which is the core energy, talking to you about what is illuminating the proper energies here, and Mercury, which is flying through here. And I say this because Mercury comes in on the 11th, and it's out and in Virgo by the 28th. The rest of these energies have been marinating and maneuvering through the sign, but Mercury's just like, I have no time. I got no time. I need to tell you this. I need to tell you this. I need to fix this. I need to work on this. We're going to set all of these things, and peace out. I got to go. And it's not taking time for sweet nothings. It's very abruptly just going, hey, what's up? Let me tell you what's going on. This is whether it's positive or negative, and out we go. And this happens to be, like I said, happening from the 11th through the 29th, where Mercury is moving through Leo on top of all of these energies, before all of these energies move in to Virgo. And Spirit just says this is all going to be conversations speaking to the relationships about your will, what you will and what you don't will. Because for you, we are talking about your 7th and 8th houses. It's going from the relationships to the responsibilities within the relationships. Any and everything you care about, you have a relationship with. Plain and simple. Any and everything you care about, you have a relationship with. From your loved ones, to your family, to your children, your grandparents, extended family, your open enemies, lawsuits, work commitments, work colleagues. You have a relationship with money. When you have no money, you know about that relationship with money. So we're talking about what is the will? What is your will in these relationships? And is it serving you? And Mercury's going to fly by here going, let me just speak my truth, and next. And then when it gets into that 8th house, is gone from dealing with the relationship as, let me state it, to now all of these energies are going to be in Virgo, looking at, well, what are the real true rules to this relationship? The relationship's been created, been seen, been viewed, for good or bad. How do you feel about it is most likely come out. But now you're really taking a deeper look at the truth of the relationship as you're coming through the second part of the month. It's going to be shifting into what are the rules? What are the financial support here? Are you getting joint efforts? Are you getting joint resources? Are you getting joint finances? What are the joint efforts that make the rules of the relationship tick properly? And are they ticking properly? Is it a healthy relationship, and is it not? And why? And why is it not? Is the other people in the relationship doing their fair share? And are you doing your fair share as well? This isn't just them. This might be seeing where you're not doing it, or you're acknowledging where they're not, and you're going to be acknowledging this as you go through this month. This energy, however, is not getting along as it shifts and maneuvers. It's... maybe it was just that day. The only place it's not seeming to get along is in specific pieces where the moon happens to be hitting. It is not in direct, I'm not getting along with this house or this sign. There's emotional tweakings that are going to be taking place. And the moon, as it shifts through these energies, and all of these rests are here, is going to be bringing up specific points and information that is meant for you to acknowledge so that you can make decisions as to how important that is to you. What is the will in the situation? Considering Spirit was giving me will for those relationships directly. The only thing that it looks like it has any specific as it gets to from the 19th, 20th, no. Nope, that's still just the moon. It will have some issues, like I said, with the moon as it's moving, going through some depths of unconscious energies that it's going to be shifting and telling you. And it may be speaking to you about things that you don't even acknowledge of yourself, that it may be about acknowledging more about yourself than just the roles or responsibilities within the relationships. It might be where you're not taking on your part, because it's going to be passing Chiron, it's going to be passing Neptune, it's going to be passing Lilith, it's going to be passing Uranus. So all of these are healing energies. So it's either showing you where they're not doing their part or where you need to start doing yours, more or less, as they shift from that that sixth house to that seventh and 8th house. Wow. Okay, now, there is a yod that's happening on almost all month here, and it is going for you from your second house to the 6th house to the 12th house. So, like I said, I feel like this is some of where you aren't allowing your true self to come forward. You're holding on to ideas. You're maybe, because of these ideas, you're not putting forth the effort in some of these relationships that could go somewhere potentially, or you're holding on to a situation because you're comfortable with it, but you're not really ready to really explore further than that. Because, like I said, we're talking about the yod being in the second house, speaking with Neptune and Lilith and the moon from time to time as it travels through here, around the 17th exactly. And that's going to be that second house, your self-worth, your self-value, your self-esteem. What do you value, as it is speaking all the way over? Like I said, the yod's taking place on and off most of the month, shifting a little bit, but it's mainly the same conversations. The yod is speaking to your self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, speaking to your everyday, daily, mundane tasks from the moment you get up to the moment you go to bed. What are the routines that you have? Are they serving your self-worth, your self-value, your self-esteem, what you value in life as well? Your small possessions that are important to you. What do you value in this area? And then it's going over to that 12th house. So there's something in this routine that's actually most likely not serving your self-worth, self-value, self-esteem. And that 12th house of your unconscious actions, because I keep being drawn to the moon here, is going to be bringing up the energies of what needs to be tweaked. And is going to be speaking to you of grief, sorrow, shame, blame, unconscious, self-karmic debts that I think you feel like you're holding on to, and it's keeping you from actually, embracing that inner child, because I just feel like you're stuck in not in a rut. I feel like you're stuck in an idea that's not serving you, but you haven't realized it's not serving you. And you've got to come to that conclusion. And for that reason, it's been in that 12th house, hiding in your skeletons in the closet. And it's allowed you to keep your daily routine that's actually going against your self-worth, your self-value, your self-esteem. So there's something here in this yod, because yod is the finger of God. Yod is the choice to a new pathway, because the idea of the finger of God was put there. So the only way to change this is that routine has to shift. That routine has to change. I feel like some part of the routine, as it changes, you're going to get to where you feel that inner child again. And you're feeling that peace again, and you're able to bring more healthy enjoyment into those relationships, and either be more part of it soulfully, or find ones that you do want to be more part of. You do have Uranus, which is one of your ruling planets, which happens to be in your universal 4th house, which just went retrograde. And Uranus, as it went retrograde, has turned towards Eris in Aries, who I call Medusa. This is trouble, toil, strife, and injustice. Facing off independence, individuality, uniqueness, freedom, self-worth, self-value, self-esteem. So what this says is, what about this routine has kept my self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, my inventive self, my creative nature from being able to rise and lift, and what part of it will never be fixed? Because I'm holding on to something. That's why the girl is dancing in the old time outfits. There's something from an old idea that you are still holding on to, thinking that old idea is the only way to get to that happiness. And with Medusa here talking to Uranus in retrograde in Taurus, it's saying that's never gonna happen. That this has to shift, this has to change. This is something that has died. This is not going to rebirth, that is not going to rebloom. The only way for self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, independence, individuality, uniqueness, freedom to come forth is to rebirth into the new you by acknowledging what you learned from the old one, but letting whatever that trouble, toil, and strife, that injustice that felt like it messed you up somewhere in the past, has to be let go of, because it's in the same house as Chiron, which is which is talking to you about healing that very energy. Chiron's a wounded healer. This is coming into your whole new identity of self. And I'm saying new because it is new. It's not saying you're changing who you are. Not at all. It's saying you're expanding on a deeper level of truth of who and what you are. And I feel like that's very important right now. Plus, we have Jupiter just went direct. And for you, This is the universal 11th house, which is doing the same kind of thing. It's speaking to you of, do you have the right community set up in your life, the right friends that support your wishes, your goals, your dreams? Is it helping you find integrity and liberty in what you wish to desire to create? Your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your ambitions, bringing that true, real self into realization in the outer community. Do you have the proper people here? Are you putting the right people here that are supporting you or not? And are you acknowledging it? Because it's fighting with your universal first house with Neptune about holding on to the past. No, your universal second house. Holding on to the past, where that self-worth, self-value, self-esteem was. Like I said, this is why I keep being given the girl from the old-time outfit, dancing. And it's so old that this is an idea of what you've projected, I think, in some way, is what makes you happy. And that's not going to be so. That's not ever going to be so again. It's time to find what makes you happy in the now, and where you want to take now, is what I feel like I'm being given for you. Or at least the times are changing. Everybody's had butterflies this month. There's such a much amount of transformation that it's just like the butterflies are like, I don't care, I'm talking, because I'm doing the butterfly deck. And trust me, up until this month, the butterfly deck never really came out that much. But now it just won't stay in there. There's 3 of them, I can't tell. No. Okay. Parental care. This could be dealing with parenting. Yes. But with Jupiter going direct in Ceres right now, having this conversation with you that we were just talking about, Ceres is a nurturing planet, and so is Chiron. You have a lot of conversation coming your way about trying to bring healing. So this could be, parental care. It could be talking about getting over things that happened in the past from the parents. It may be talking about forgiving the parents for where they did not do such a good job, and allowing that forgiveness to be speaking to you of understanding forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. It may be speaking to you of forgiveness for yourself, or where maybe you didn't do the best job, or you brought forth the same lessons. you picked up the same bad torch and brought it with you. In some senses, this could also be talking to you plain and simple about nurturing your life, nurturing yourself, just like you would a child, or nurturing children in your life. But either way, no matter what this is coming down to, whether it's past life, now, new, this is saying this is all about nurturing and not neglecting. Nurturing what is needed for the soul to be healthy, so that it can illuminate and shine and get past its shadow. There's nothing here but yellow and black. Black is the shadow, but black is also protection in some ideas, depending on where you are in the world. So it is protection sometimes as you're going through some of your darker aspects. So this is illuminating energies, 2 of them. Back to back. I feel like this is more of an idea of a mirror. You are nurturing the mirror and making the healing come forward. It can be in many different ideas, but no matter what it is, this is about nurturing what needs to be nurtured, heart, soul, so that you can move forward, they can move forward. You can make sure that you're planting new positive seeds for the way you nurture your children. Whether you were nurtured well or not, it matters, but it doesn't matter. What they're saying is this is making the proper information. This is talking about child care, child neglect, child support, you know, in all forms, overeating, you know, how do we talk to each other? There's so many things that can go into what supports how you feel and how you grow and you bloom versus neglecting it and making it think that it's not worthy. This is saying we are supporting the idea of making sure that we aren't neglecting, we are nurturing a healthy, growing energy. Whether it's for your children or you're the child, this is making sure that we are growing and we are nurturing a healthy, blooming energy by learning, in some cases, from where neglect has been. Seeking and finding. Technically, seeking and finding came first, but I spoke of this one first because when I pulled this card, I was pushed back. Literally, like, I felt like they just grabbed a hold of my stone and they just, like, threw me through the wall. Seeking and finding, in this case, is speaking to you of, this is white and black with very, you know what, yellow's not even in it, but when I put it up here, I see yellow in it. I feel like this is, I feel what they're saying is there's not really illumination here. It's black or white, not positive or negative. I see this or I see that. Everything is black or white. I don't have any middle ground. And they're pushing me back, going, you're seeking and finding the wrong things. Or you're seeking too hard, and therefore you're not finding what you desire. Or you're seeking too hard that you're picking it apart. And while you're picking it apart, you're not allowing this to happen. You're not allowing anything to nurture and grow. You're not allowing the reflection to come through, the truth. You're just looking at black and white, black and white, black and white. This is this. Let's look at the facts. And I feel like they're saying, stop just being about the facts. You can't mature and grow and bring color and beauty into everything if you only check facts. It's really what I feel like that they're saying. What else does Aquarius need to know to help them move forward? Aquarius. Windfall. Jupiter did just go direct. I feel like there's a windfall of abundance coming in, but this is coming in with these two cards because they're coming in with this. Are you going to have an abundance of black and white? Excuse me, of black and white? I only see this or that? Are you going to have an abundance of nurturing energy? Yes, you need to know the difference between black and white, right and wrong. That's normal. This is part of always keeping yourself protected. But if you're so tightly protected that you can't nurture and grow, then how will the windfall come? They're saying you have to give it a chance. Join in is what comes out. Join in, take part. And what was I saying that I felt right from the beginning? Have courage. And healthcare changes. This would be the going from understanding where neglecting and nurturing are important. They're telling you, step out of your comfort zone. Take a chance. Take a chance. Give it a chance. Is what I really feel is they're saying to you, if you're going to move forward and evolve, and your life's going to change in any kind of way, you've got to stop just being, this is black, this is white, this is the facts, this is this. Are you giving life a chance? the Empress. What was we just talking about? She is earth. She is nurturing. She is creative. She is fruitful. She is inspiring. And she is productive. Do you want it to come into tangible reality? There is someone here for you. This is also Taurus energy. And this is where independence, individuality, uniqueness, freedom, self-worth, self-value, self-esteem just went retrograde. Looking at Eris. This is telling you that, like I said, when I turn her, she's just turning green to me. Her whole bosom turns green. I mean, this is fertility being able to grow and bloom. Whether it's in a relationship with yourself, or a relationship with the community, this is saying make sure that you are having proper people here. It could be, because it's a court card, definitely could be a Taurus of significance, but this is a very important person who knows her worth, knows her value, is still able to say yes and no and be nurturing at the same time. They could be there to help you, or they could be telling you that this is where you need to be inspiring to go. Aquarius. Yeah, this is where they want you to inspire to go. I mean, like I said, there could be somebody there for you, a Taurus of significance. I am being told, again, creative energy, because what's coming out is the World card and the Seven of Swords. You cannot have a brand new beginning if you are looking forward. Keep looking backwards while you are running forward. If you are stealing everything from the past and bringing the past forward with you, and you can't stop looking backwards at it, the world cannot shift. The end of the cycle cannot end. It will begin again. It's an opportunity. You have the ability to start moving into this, or to find her and help her, find her and bring her into your life. Start learning from her. Whether it's learning from her, finding out what it is that she's doing here, because she's bringing nurturing energy, she's supportive to you, she's bringing tangible reality, intelligence, and knowledge to you. This is supposed to be an ending for a brand new beginning. It's supposed to be self-realization of the individual soul itself. Harmony with the world and with spirit. Infinity. It is blooming and expanding. It is It is Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius signs. And it's coming with the idea of you can't find this if you just keep looking back. You cannot run forward at top speed, stealing everything from the past and bringing it with you, and thinking that you can keep looking back. The past is meant to be left in the past. They're giving me courage. They're telling me you have to have courage in order to move forward. Because otherwise this becomes the Seven of Pentacles. Little gain, setback, it'll be a spoiled vine, and you will start that cycle again. Or at this time, you've already started the cycle, you're learning how to change it. Learning how to let go of it, because you're not finding any happiness here. This is having too many rules and boundaries. Too much. This is black, this is white, this is this. You can't pick everything apart. If you pick everything apart, you'll never have the chance to grow and have courage at the same time. They're telling you to take some time. Go inward. This is how you learn to listen to yourself. This is how you learn to find what is needed. This is Virgo, right? This is the Hanged Man. This is also Virgo's being in your life. Taking the time to ground yourself by being Odin. Odin hung on the tree for 7 days so he could learn the lessons. He could learn the secrets. Doesn't mean that you can't get off of that, out of this hangman position. This just simply says, step away, take time, go after what it is you truly desire by figuring out what you truly desire, what it is you need, where you need to be, what your soul is telling you. Learn to listen really, truly deeply. You've got to stop. You've got to stop. I've got the 5 of Swords. This is a lotus attack. A lotus attack cannot rid your mind of the pestilence. Let go of the past. Quit picking everything apart. You are trying so hard to do exactly what you want that you are keeping yourself from getting what you want, is what it seems like. You're pushing it away. Or you have been. Will this change by September? Will there be any change by September? Nope, you moved on me. Yeah, you just shifted completely. Well, will there be change by September? The Queen of Pentacles. For me, Queen of Pentacles also speaks to me of Lord Shiva. It is Mother Earth, it is Lord Shiva, but she is grounding and she is spiritual. She is death and rebirth. It seems like by at least the end of the month, you've gotten on board with getting the change, making the change happen. You might fight it the whole way until then. Is there anything else that's going with this Queen of Pentacles? Take the chance. Let the dead die and take a chance. Let your inner child come out. The quicker that you get on board with this and that you soulfully start to connect with that inner child again, the quicker that you're going to get the World card, the quicker all of this is going to start moving forward for you. And bring you back to the Two of Cups. Whether it's a brand new relationship or it's a brand new relationship with yourself, it will be bringing you from only the Fool is going to let you find either yourself or the ability to be able to find that new love again. You have to allow the Fool to dance. Allow the Fool out to dance. It's that simple. Is there anything else? Yeah, I didn't think you were really the one I was supposed to pick it up. You just happened to come with the last deck. Is there anything else that Aquarius needs to hear? Aquarius. Exhaustion. Long and challenging as this journey is, it is worth the struggle. The results are long-term and worth every sacrifice made along the way. Trust in the process, babe. Trust in the process and trust that you cannot control it every step of the way. Because by controlling it, you're actually going to miss it. I love you. And I'll see you next month. Bye, guys.